Financial nihilism is the dominant response to our current economy. And while it feels like rebellion, it is really the response that a lot of times the system hopes that you're going to have and does nothing more than just hurt you. And there's always these posts that do really big numbers that are like, I'll never be able to afford a house. So like, why not just like go on vacation, or like retirement isn't going to be real. So I'm just going to like go do this thing. Like the system's rigged, all this stuff. And like, yes, all of the underlying stuff behind that is oftentimes very valid, but the conclusion is wrong. Like financial nihilism in and of itself is a rational sounding response to an irrational environment. Like, when wages don't keep up or the cost of living is too high, like all of these things are true. But the response that like nothing matters feels like it's like an analysis and like a logical conclusion. But again, all it does is hurt you. And in my newsletter this week, I talk about economic misery and why so many of us, feel just so bad about the economy and how it shapes how we behave. And again, as I said, financial nihilism is like posited as this idea of like rebellion, but it is oftentimes the most profitable response from the perspective of the people that are running the casino economy that we're currently in, whether that be sports betting, crypto, prediction markets, day trading options. Like these industries are basically depending on a generation of people that have decided the future is not real. And like the harder, less satisfying truth of all this is that even though it doesn't feel like you should invest in yourself and invest in the future and like save for the long run, it is only going to help you, right? Like the opposite of nihilism is radical hope, which is the practice of choosing to believe the future will be real, even if you have evidence that it might not be real. Like saving anyway, showing up anyway, critiquing the system around us, voting, engaging, not necessarily because you think it's going to 100% work, but because the alternative is just sticking to the status quo and doing the system's job for it.
Today made me realize I spend too much damn money every day. That's what I realized today. Because why was today low-key a struggle? And it shouldn't have been. It's one day of not spending money. I got butter, bread, peanut butter. This is what I'm eating. Because I didn't prepare myself. So, what else am I gonna snack on? Eat something to eat tonight. Some spicy beef patties. My mom made me some green juice. That's what we're working with. Low-key, I needed gas. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna push the limits. I made it home. So I'm so delusional. I'm like, we did it for one day. I'm like, so did it work? What's up? Like, did we do our Bitcoin? I really realized I spent too much money.
All when y'all spend too much money, like go over budget, y'all excuse always be, but it's cute though. Like, oh, I got something really cute. Bro, I gave you $300 to go to Target. You came back with 3 items. And you telling me it's okay because it's cute? Bro, what?
I have a theory. Give me 1 minute. They feed us the fear of the world ending and war and nuclear warfare, all that shit, to get us to spend money, right? Because if you're like, man, fuck it, China could send a bomb our way whenever, right? If we go to world war, we're gonna die. I might as well get that new car. I might as well go put that $3,000 trip on my credit card. I might as well. Why? For this exact reason, though. We don't know how much time we have left. And the banks and the rich people who are in power, they love that shit. They love it. They said, yo, we are getting them in exactly where we want them to spend as much money as possible. Even if it's financially irresponsible, they don't give a fuck because they're laughing to the bank. They're happy as shit that we're doing that. I sent a text to my friend like a month ago. I was like, yo, I can't afford a house. I'm 30. I'm probably going to be in my 40s when I buy a house. I might as well get that new car. I might as well go spend 50 grand for 6 years. I can afford it. Can I? Maybe. Right? But why would I do what the rich people want me to do? They want me to spend money. They want me to go take out a loan. Loans generate interest. Interest gives them more money. I don't know.
So I'm constantly spending more money than I have as a business owner. Like for the past 2 or 3 months now, the number on my credit card has been bigger than the number in my bank account. And a lot of people will probably hear that and be like, oh, Lucas, isn't that really risky? It's totally fucking risky. Like, it could be really bad. But I'm literally just buying time. I wouldn't be able to grow my business that fast if I wasn't doing this. It doesn't work like that.
It's business. Most businesses don't generate a profit for the first 5 years. It's like 3 to 5 years. 5 years being the long, 3 being you got a little successful a little quicker than average. If people saying that's risky, everything is risky. No risk, no reward. You risk going to work every single day. What if you get in an accident and don't make it out? That's a risk, but people will go to work. But when you say, like he said, starting a business, then they're like, oh, isn't that risky? Everything's risky, bro. You got to be willing to go through the hard times financially as a business owner to see the sunshine, to get profitable.
I also wouldn't be doing this if there wasn't high demand for the product. Like if no one was buying our stuff, I wouldn't do it. But as a business owner, I have to sit there and I have to say, okay, if a lot of people want our stuff right now, I can either have it and continue to grow the business pretty
Scaling.
fast, or I can be out of stock and just miss out on money. So the easiest way to explain it for anyone who hasn't had a business before is I have 10,000 items in the warehouse that are currently being sold. It'll take 4 weeks to sell those. So that means in a month, the warehouse will be empty. I'll have sold everything. But it also takes about a month to make new stuff. So I have to buy that now. That way, when the current stuff is almost sold out, the new stuff will be arriving just in time. And that's why I'm buying that future inventory with money I don't have right now, because I haven't finished selling what I have in stock.
Yeah, that's how it works. He doesn't want to run out of inventory. That will show in his sales. If he runs out of inventory, he'll be missing money. You got to spend the money now to get sales later down the line. That's just how you grow and scale a business. He shouldn't be speaking to people that don't know anything about business. You don't even have to explain it. Have you ever wondered why people that don't have money are always on vacation?
I literally have $300 to my name right now, and I have the beach all to myself on an island in Malaysia. You do not need as much money as you think to travel. And if you want to travel in a luxury way, or like how you always see it online, that's a different story. But simply traveling, you can travel without much money. A lot of people may think I'm crazy, like $300 and she's in Malaysia, what's going on? And I get it, trust me, I get it. But I can honestly say that this has been the best decision that I've ever made in my life. So take with that what you will.
That is until she run out of money. Unless she has some type of money coming in. Maybe she do YouTube. Maybe she get paid off TikTok. She got to be getting paid from somewhere. It's something she not telling y'all. See, people listen to this and then they go out there thinking more money just gonna come out of nowhere, or they can live off of nothing. You might have 300 to your name. You probably got a check coming somewhere, or your family sending you something. You're getting donations. Somebody giving you something to continue to travel. It is true though. You can travel for cheap. Southeast Asia especially, yeah, you can.
To be a big sister real quick, I've been seeing a lot of content on money and how people are mishandling funds, let's just say that. I saw a video of this girl basically saying like if she's down bad, she's still gonna go on that trip, she's still gonna do this, she's still gonna do that, because she has this YOLO mindset, and you don't know when you're gonna wake up, if you're gonna wake up the next day or something like that. And it's like, well, I do get that sentiment. I need y'all to understand something. 9 times out of 10, you're probably gonna wake up the next day. You can YOLO all you want to, but babes, you're probably gonna wake up the next day and you're probably gonna stare at that bill, them credit card bills, your rent, your car insurance, your car note. You're probably gonna end up staring at it. And I'm not saying poor people shouldn't have fun, like at all. I'm saying have fun within your budget. Klarna is not your friend. Y'all, there is nothing fun about going on a trip in June and still paying it off in December. Just save your money. Pay your bills, the money will come.
Buying things you don't need isn't helping you. It's doom spending. And it's keeping you broke. Alright?
If you want to take control of your finances, you need to cut out this money habit immediately. There are lots of different names for it. Self-care, treating yourself, but depending on your situation, it may actually be doom spending. Let's face it, life is hard, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to spend the money that you've earned, especially on stuff you like. But there's a line, and sometimes if you cross over it, it can lead to your downfall. I struggle with it just like everybody else, because yeah, I love saving money, but also I love spending it and enjoying the money that I've worked hard for. But the hardest thing for most people, it seems, is the mindset and perspective you have of it. There's a difference between spending money on something that's a really good deal and spending on money on something just because it makes you feel better or it's self-care. There are different ways you can approach it. You can have the 24 or 48 hour approach where you wait that certain amount of time before making the purchase to see if you actually needed it. And in most cases, you didn't. It's always just an impulse purchase. There's nothing wrong with spending your money. That's about how you spend it and the mindset you have behind it.
In other words, be conscious of the purchases you make. Wait some time. And if you still want it or need it, go ahead and get it. Don't just come out of nowhere like, hey, I should buy this and then click buy, basically. Think twice about it first, is what he's saying. That's the way to help people that have that problem of overconsumption or overspending on things they don't really need just because they wanted it in the moment. Then they get it and like, look, I didn't even need this.